Hello, everyone. This is Lee. Have you ever said this to yourself? I am so tired and I just want to give up. I'm so tired and I just want to give up. This is a conversation that we were having in our mastermind group just recently. And this is something that's very common, I believe, anyway. Being an entrepreneur, it's not an easy job, and sometimes you can feel like you're not making progress and you're doing all the right things, and you may be experiencing this yourself as well. And what I want to reassure you is the importance of understanding the truth around being entrepreneurship. Now, just recently on the weekend, I saw a advertisement in Facebook, and it was like you can go from $0 to $5 million in 90 days. Now, come on, everyone. This is not reality. This is not true. And if it is, and this person did achieve this wonderful goal, then this person is not normal. They're extraordinary. So what I like to do is it's very important for me as an entrepreneur and a coach to actually show you and educate you around the truth about having a business. There is absolutely no overnight successes. There's no magic pills, there's no magic formulas. And you may be feeling that you're doing all this work and nothing's working for you. And your progress in your business could be going a little bit like this. So, this is the normal graph that most businesses experience. So, as you can see, it's very hard at the beginning. So, when we look at this, it's very hard at the beginning to get momentum. And this is absolutely normal. But once you hit the sweet spot and once you work out everything, then you're going to start to see the growth curve go. So, this can take a year or a couple of years before you actually get it right, before you go up to the growth curve as well. So this is something that is really normal because even though most people on social media, they talk about their success, and I like to celebrate success as well, you're not seeing the behind the scenes. You're not seeing the truth, how long it's taking them for their business to hit that growth curve to actually take off. And this is something that, it's really important to be aware of what's going on in your business, because I mix with the people who are getting those seven figure incomes, those people who are the high achievers, but also because I'm in their groups and mixing with them, I also hear their backstory. I hear about, the failures they had, the tough days they had when they first started. So those sort of days they occur, but one thing that they didn't do, and that's one thing I can tell you that all these successful entrepreneurs do is they keep going. They don't actually stop. They keep going. And some of the ways that they keep going is, first of all, they have the ability to take action. So they get out of their head and they take action. Now, when we put out our products or services or our memberships or our courses or we launch out to out to our social media, we actually then get results back. And this is the important part of success within your business, and that's debriefing the results. It's stepping back and looking at the results and asking yourself a few questions to actually have a look at what's really going on. Because if you're not getting the result that you're doing and you keep on doing the same thing, then of course, it's understanding that it's not rocket science. You've got to keep on getting the same result. But what happens is a lot of entrepreneurs, they'll try a technique or a tactical technique, and that could be running a webinar. It could be running challenges. It could be posting on social media. Whatever tactical strategy that they choose. But what happens is, if it didn't work the first time, sometimes, and you may be doing this as well, my friend, you may be throwing that technique away and then starting a new technique again. So if you're doing that, then you're not getting any momentum because you've got to start from the beginning again. Whereas the successful entrepreneurs, what they do is they stick with one technique until it's working. So they tinker with it, they modify, and they look at a different way of approaching it so they get the result that they're looking for. So have you ever heard of chasing the shiny object syndrome, where we're running around and we're trying to do 1,000 things at one time, but we're not actually spending the time to be thorough in just simply one of those activities to get it working properly? So, this is something that I believe is the key of success, and that is being able to stick with what you're doing, to be consistent with what you're doing, and also to sit back and reflect and look at your stats, look at how you measure the results, to see if you're getting the results that you're after, and whereabouts is the missing piece that's actually stopping you from getting the results that you're looking for as well. So I've got 3 tips here that I would like to talk to you about. One reason, and this is probably one of the most difficult things to do, and this takes the longest time to do, and that is, it's important to really understand your avatar. That's your audience. It's really understanding their messaging, understanding where they're hanging out, knowing their problems, and being able to communicate in a way that you can show that you're the right person to help them to overcome their problem. So this is your messaging. And your messaging, this is the part that takes the most time. And this is the part that can be the most frustrating, because it does take time to look at our messaging, to tweak it, to understand our audience. And the only way you can understand your audience is by interacting with your audience. So I was looking at different ways that you can interact. So you ask them what their problems are. You talk to them and you start to listen to their language, the words that they use. What are their fears? What are their frustrations? So when you're looking at their messaging, you're also looking at their internal feelings as well as their external actions or behaviors that they're experiencing as well. And this is the most difficult part. And this is the part that most people skip over because they're looking for that magical tactical strategy that's going to create the results that they want. So messaging is something that it's important to keep on working on all the time, and it can be really frustrating. The second point I want you to look at, and that is to be consistent. So if you say you're going to do a tactical strategy, you're going to be consistent. So for example, if you say, I'm going to do monthly webinars, or I'm going to do daily Facebook lives, or I'm going to do my emailing sequence, or doing posts, or whatever the strategy that you have, consistency has to be there. So there's going to be days where you may feel, what's the point? I just want to give up here. And that's where that discipline and consistency will actually help you to get people to grab their attention if your messaging is correct. And the third thing I want to tell you is your mindset. It's just so important to be in a community that supports you, a community that can actually encourage you and motivate you, so when you are having those tough days, that you have the ability to brush it off and to have that support around you, which is absolutely gold, that people understand you and you've got someone to turn to so they can help you to overcome those tough days and that mindset as well. And this is something that's extremely, extremely important for you. So let me tell you those three points again. One, your messaging and understanding your audience is the most time consuming part of your business, and that's something that you will be visiting all the time. Two is consistency. Make sure you're consistent. Turn up, show up, be of service to the people that you want to serve and make an impact on. And three, put yourself in a community that's going to support you and encourage you and help you to overcome any issues. So I am holding a coaching week, and the coaching week is one whole week where we're going to go through all different strategies, and we're focusing on the topic of list building. Just let me grab up that banner for you, and we're focusing on list building. And it could be something for you if you're interested in moving forward and you're feeling a little bit stuck, or if you're doubting yourself. This will help you to break through that and move through it, because you've got someone supporting you and someone helping you along the way to actually put structure and keep you focused. So, coaching week, and the topic we're talking about is mastery. Now, on the mastery, on the day one, we're going to go through, the vision, looking at the planning of your list building strategies. Then we're going to go through to actually define your message on those list building strategies. And then we're going to pick one tactical strategy for you to implement. Just one for you to implement. And then at the end of the week, you will implement that. And there's also some implementation sessions as well that you can actually spend and hang out with me for 1 week. And I'm going to bring to you all the amazing goodness and the latest strategies that I'm exposed to by this amazing mastermind groups that I belong to, who are the top entrepreneurs in the world. So, one more time, just grab hold of that link. Go to Lee Stem Coaching / List Building Mastery. Register, come along and join me for Coaching Week. I look forward to seeing you there, my friends, and let's move forward together so you get the results that you're looking for again. So just summary one more time, remembering it's very normal to take a bit of time before you get your messaging right and your audience right, before you can actually create a lot of momentum in your business. So enjoy the process, get excited. Make sure you're consistent with whatever tactical strategy that you choose. And three, don't go alone. Don't go alone. It's too hard to go alone. I look forward to seeing you in Coaching Week. If you've got any questions, just reach out to me or direct message me, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Take care. Bye.